November 12, 2001, 2 months and a day after the September 11 attacks. Terrorism was still fresh in everyone's minds, and security features were just added to make traveling safer for all. On that day, American Airlines Flight 587, which was a regularly scheduled international passenger flight from John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City to Las Americas International Airport in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, was taxiing the runway 31L behind a Boeing 747 for Japan Airlines, which was preparing to take off. The aircraft itself was a 13-year-old Airbus A300 B4605R, delivered new to American Airlines in 1988. On the day of the accident, it was in a two-class seating configuration, with space for 251 passengers, 16 business class seats, and 235 coach class seats. On board were two flight crew members, 42-year-old Captain Edward States, who wasn't flying, and 34-year-old First Officer Sten Mullen, who was the flying pilot. 251 passengers boarded for the long trip to Santo Domingo. When it taxied to runway 31L behind the 747, the Japan Airlines flight was cleared for takeoff at 9:11:08 a.m. EST. At 9:11:36, the tower controller cautioned 587 about potential wake turbulence from preceding 747. At 9:13:28, the A300 was cleared for takeoff and left the runway at 9:14:29. About 1 minute and 40 seconds after the JAL flight, the aircraft climbed to an altitude of about 500 feet and then entered a climbing left, turning to a heading of 220 degrees. In response to multiple waves of wake turbulence, Mullen alternated between moving the rudder from the right to the left and back again in quick succession from 9:15:52, causing a side slip, until the lateral force caused composite lugs that attached the vertical stabilizer to fail at 9:15:58. The stabilizers separated from the aircraft and fell into Jamaica Bay, about 1 mile north of the main wreckage site. The aircraft proceeded to go into a downward spiral into Queens, New York. The engines eventually detached from excess speed, parts landed everywhere. And the plane itself crashed into a neighborhood, resulting in many casualties, destroyed houses, separated families, and ruined lives. All 251 passengers and 9 crew members died on the aircraft, along with 5 people on the ground who were killed as well. This makes American Airlines Flight 587 the second deadliest aviation disaster in the US, aside from both American Airlines Flight 191 and the September 11 terrorist attacks. It was later found out that improper pilot training encouraged excessive rudder inputs when faced with wake turbulence, which made it seem like a massive issue and would cause a big upset, when in reality, it wasn't that much of an issue and it was easily recoverable. This led to First Officer Mullen using the rudder inputs far too much and ripping the rudder off the plane. Since then, the AA training program has been revamped and updated to prevent tragedies like this ever happening again. And for those who died in the flight, wanted to go home, go see some beaches, or have some fun in the Dominican Republic, and ended up dying in the fire explosion, we hope you rest in peace, and that you shall be disturbed nevermore.